Here are 10 sake stories, kinki/chugoku edition, you can listen to in English. Now, let's get started. Extreme rice polishing. What if the secret to a perfect flavor was to discard 77% of your main ingredient? The renowned sake Dasai from Yamaguchi Prefecture is famous for its rice polishing ratio of just 23%. This extreme milling process removes the outer layers of the rice grain, which contain proteins and lipids that can create off flavors. By using only the pure starchy core, or shinpaku, Dasai achieves its signature clean, sophisticated taste, free from any unpleasant notes. Interestingly, there is no specific scientific basis for the 23% figure. Instead, it represents a goal to push the limits of refinement. The painstaking polishing process, which takes over 96 hours to complete, is a crucial step in developing the sake's characteristic, gorgeously floral aroma. It is this dedication to milling, rather than the number itself, that unlocks the rice's potential and creates the uniquely elegant profile for which Dasai is celebrated. Edo-Era Sweet Sake. Could you imagine drinking a sake so sweet it has a sake meter value of -80, allowing it to be aged for decades? The Time Machine sake from Kyoto's Tamagawa Brewery revives a recipe from the Edo period, creating just such a product. This unique sake is characterized by its profound sweetness, which enables it to mature and develop complexity over several decades, much like a vintage wine. This is achieved by replicating a historical brewing method where the number of additions to the main fermentation mash was reduced. This process intentionally stops the fermentation early, leaving a large amount of residual sugar. This ancient technique stands in stark contrast to the modern standard of sandan jikomi, or the three-stage addition method, which is common today. The contemporary process is designed to let yeast convert nearly all the sugar into alcohol, resulting in a drier and more refined flavor. The Edo period method, however, purposefully created a rich, sweet, and robust sake. This composition not only provided a different taste experience, but also gave the sake a remarkable longevity, making it suitable for long-term cellaring. Naturally sparkling sake. Did you know that some sake fizzes with natural carbonation, much like fine sparkling wine? Kaze no Mori, a sake from Nara Prefecture, is a prime example of this unique style. It is an unfiltered, unpasteurized, and undiluted sake, which allows it to trap the carbon dioxide gas naturally produced by yeast during fermentation. This process gives the sake a distinctive tingling sensation on the palate and creates a natural gas pressure of approximately 0.5 to 1.0 atmospheres inside the bottle. The key to this natural effervescence is that the yeast remains alive. Because the sake forgoes both filtration and heat pasteurization, the yeast continues a subtle secondary fermentation even after it has been bottled. This ongoing process is what generates the gentle, persistent sparkle. Unlike most sakes, which are pasteurized to stop fermentation and ensure stability, this living sake must be kept refrigerated to maintain its delicate balance and fresh character. Father of King Rice? Did you know that the king of sake rice has a long-lost father? A sake from Shiga Prefecture called Shichihan Yari is brewed using a revived phantom rice variety named Water Brewing. This strain is the paternal parent of Yamada Nishiki, the most celebrated sake rice in Japan. For a time, the cultivation of Water Brewing ceased entirely due to the significant difficulties farmers faced in growing it, making it a truly rare and historically significant grain. While genetically very close to Yamada Nishiki, Water Brewing has a distinct feature. Its shinpaku, the starchy white core of the grain, is larger and dissolves more easily during fermentation. This high solubility results in a sake with a distinctly rich and powerful flavor profile, differentiating it from the often more elegant and aromatic style of its famous descendant. The revival of this challenging grain allows brewers to produce a sake with a unique and robust character rooted in the history of rice cultivation. Sake Rice Terroir. Can the concept of terroir, so crucial in the world of wine, be applied to Japanese sake? For the brewery Tatsuriki from Hyogo Prefecture, the answer is a definitive yes. They place a profound emphasis on the cultivation district of their Yamada Nishiki rice, designating the special A district in Yashiro-cho, Kato City, as the source of their highest quality grain. The secret lies in this area's clay-rich soil, which allows the rice plant's roots to penetrate deep into the earth, efficiently storing nutrients. This results in a superior grain with a large starchy core, known as the shinpaku. The quality of this rice is quantitatively defined. It has a protein content of 6.5% or less. This low protein level is critical because proteins and lipids concentrated in the outer layers of the rice grain can create zatsumi, or awe flavors, during fermentation. By sourcing rice from this specific terroir, which naturally yields grains low in protein, the brewers can produce an exceptionally clean and elegant sake. This meticulous attention to the rice's origin, much like a vintner's focus on a specific vineyard, demonstrates how the land itself shapes the final character of the beverage. Second-by-second rice soaking. Can a difference of a few seconds in soaking rice truly alter the final profile of sake? For the Oroku Brewery in Shimane Prefecture, this level of precision is not just a detail but a core philosophy. They practice a meticulous technique called hentei kyusui, or limited water absorption, where the soaking time for washed rice is controlled on a second-by-second basis. The explicit purpose of this rigorous process is to manage the rice's water absorption rate in precise increments of 1%. This initial step is considered fundamentally critical, as the exact moisture content of the rice sets the stage for every subsequent phase of the brewing process. The necessity for such extreme precision lies in the sensitive nature of fermentation. A mere 1% variance in the water absorption rate can cause a fluctuation of approximately 1.2% in the moisture content of the rice after it is steamed. This seemingly minor inconsistency significantly impacts crucial later stages, including the propagation of koji mold and the rate at which the rice dissolves in the fermentation mash, or moromi. By controlling this foundational variable with stopwatch accuracy, Oroku prevents these potential deviations, allowing them to consistently replicate their ideal sake quality batch after batch. Ultra-soft water brewing. What if sake could be brewed with water possessing a mineral hardness of just 0.6? Nimro Sugi, a sake from Nara Prefecture, is crafted using this super soft water, a stark contrast to Japan's national average hardness of 50 to 60. This water contains extremely few minerals, which are essential nutrients for yeast. The scarcity of minerals like calcium and magnesium leads to a remarkably slow and gentle fermentation process, creating a sake with a distinctively fine-grained and delicate texture. The benefits of this water extend beyond its softness. It is also completely devoid of iron, a mineral that can spoil the color and flavor of sake. The absence of this single element is crucial for maintaining the beverage's clarity and preventing the development of off flavors. This purity allows the subtle characteristics derived from the gentle fermentation to be fully expressed, contributing significantly to the sake's refined quality. Slow, cold fermentation. Have you ever wondered how some sake develops a vibrant, fruity aroma reminiscent of apples and pears? The secret lies in a meticulously controlled fermentation process that lasts for about 30 days at a surprisingly low temperature of around 10 degrees Celsius. This technique, employed by breweries like the one that produces kid sake in Wakayama, is known as long-term low-temperature fermentation. By deliberately slowing down the yeast's activity, brewers can encourage the creation of specific aromatic compounds. The resulting sake boasts a hanayakana kaori, or a gorgeous fragrance, which is primarily attributed to an ester called ethyl caproate. This fascinating chemical reaction is a direct result of placing the yeast under stress. The cold environment forces the yeast to alter its metabolic pathways, leading to an increased production of esters like ethyl caproate from fatty acids and alcohol. At higher temperatures, these delicate aromatic compounds would volatilize and be lost, or their production would be suppressed by more vigorous alcohol fermentation. Therefore, precise temperature management over an extended period is a critical skill for brewers aiming to craft sake with a complex and appealing bouquet. Duck-powered sake farming. What if the key to a cleaner, purer sake wasn't a flock of ducks? In Okayama Prefecture, the Chikurin Brewery utilizes the Aigamo farming method, an organic approach where ducks are raised in their Yamadani shiki rice paddies. These ducks act as natural pest control by eating insects and weeds, and their droppings serve as a natural fertilizer. This practice creates a cyclical, sustainable ecosystem that eliminates the need for chemical fertilizers and pesticides. The significance of this agricultural technique extends directly to the flavor of the sake. By avoiding chemical fertilizers, the protein content in the rice is kept naturally low. During the brewing process, high levels of protein can break down into amino acids that produce zatsumi, or undesirable off-flavors. Consequently, the Aigamo-grown rice with its controlled protein levels results in a sake with a remarkably clear and pure taste, showcasing how a deep respect for nature can refine the quality of the final product. Resurrected Sake Rice. What if a key ingredient for a modern product had to be brought back after vanishing for over a century? The sake brewery Fukucho in Hiroshima did just that by resurrecting hatanso, an indigenous rice variety that disappeared during the Meiji-a, 1868 to 1912. This historical grain possesses highly unusual traits for sake rice. It has no shinpaku, the opaque, starchy white core typically prized for brewing, and it features an exceptionally high water absorption rate. These characteristics mean the rice dissolves very quickly in the fermentation mash. Consequently, brewing with hatanso demands extraordinary precision to prevent the emergence of unwanted, rough flavors. The brewers must employ meticulous temperature control during both the koji, malted rice, and the main moromi fermentation stages. This difficult process yields a sake with a truly distinctive profile, featuring a unique, savory aroma and a sharp, crisp acidity that stands apart from sakes made with conventional rice.